मैं हूँ रश्मि चौधरी एंड वेलकम टू दिस वीडियो सीरीज। यहाँ हम कवर करेंगे नितिन सिंघानिया की आर्ट एंड कल्चर की फिफ्थ एडिशन जो कि लेटेस्ट एडिशन है। इस किताब को हम थॉरली रीड करेंगे, जहाँ ज़रूरत पड़ेगी समझाएंगे भी, और साथ ही यूपीएससी और स्टेट पीएससीज में आए हुए प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस डिस्कस करेंगे। इस सीरीज में एक वीडियो 30 से 35 मिनट्स की होगी, बट इफेक्टिव होगी। 40 से 45 लेक्चर्स में पूरी किताब कवर हो जाएगी। अगर आपने ये सीरीज 3 से 4 बार देख ली तो बिल्कुल ये किताब आपके दिमाग में छप जाएगी एंड योर एक्यूरेसी विल डेफिनेटली इंक्रीज। ऑल्सो आपका रिवीजन काफी आसान हो जाएगा। तो अगर आपको रिवीजन के साथ साथ वैल्यू एडिशन भी करना है तो ये सीरीज पूरी फॉलो करें। आपको बस अपने पास ये किताब रख कर मुझे सुनना है और इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स मार्क करने हैं। सो विदाउट एनी फर्दर डिले लेट्स गेट स्टार्टेड।
हेलो एंड वेलकम बैक टू द चैनल घटना सूत्र। यहाँ हम कवर कर रहे हैं नितिन सिंघानिया की फिफ्थ एडिशन आर्ट एंड कल्चर की। और हमने फोर्थ चैप्टर का कुछ पार्ट कर लिया है और हम आज फोर्थ चैप्टर कंप्लीट करेंगे। आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो यहाँ तक हमने पढ़ लिया था, इसमें से इम्पोर्टेंट क्वेश्चंस आए थे जिसमें अशोका का पर्सनल नाम कहाँ मेंशन किया गया है, ये पूछा गया था यूपीएससी 1997 में। आगे बढ़ते हैं। Among these three edicts, the third edict is only present in the Calcutta Virat Edict, commonly known as Bhabru Edict, where Ashoka claims that he has full reverence and faith in the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Apart from the above given locations, inscriptions such as Kandahar, bilingual, written in Greek and Aramaic script, rock inscription, Aramaic inscription of Lagman, Aramaic inscription of Takshila and Barabar caves. Inscriptions are sometimes included under minor rock edicts of Ashoka. गुज्जर माइनर रॉक एडिक्ट मध्य प्रदेश। यहाँ से हम बात करें तो here the minor rock edict 1 is inscribed. The name of Ashoka is used together with his full title Devampiya Piyadasi अशोक राज। तो ये भी क्वेश्चन प्रोबेबल बन सकता है। अभी तक आया नहीं है लेकिन आने के चांसेस काफी बढ़ जाते हैं क्योंकि ये एक ही स्पेसिफिक डिटेल है जो इसके बारे में दी गई है। तो ऐसे स्टेटमेंट बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस भी बन जाते हैं आजकल, तो इस पे आप ध्यान रखें। इट लाइज ऑन द मस्की माइनर रॉक एडिक्ट की अगर हम बात करें जो कि कर्नाटका में है, तो इट लाइज ऑन द बैंक ऑफ मस्की रिवर, अ ट्रिब्यूटरी ऑफ तुंगभद्रा. द इंस्क्रिप्शन रिमेन्स अ धर्म शासन एंड टेल्स पीपल टू फॉलो द टेनेट्स ऑफ बुद्धिज्म. Moreover, the inscription also suggests the spread of modern rule up to Krishna Valley of northeastern Karnataka. The Musky Edict is the shortest edict among the minor rock edicts. It was the first edict of Ashoka that contained the name Ashoka, जो हमने ऊपर भी देखा। ये CSE 1997 में आया हुआ क्वेश्चन है। In it, instead of earlier edicts that referred to him as Devanampiya Piyadasi. The Musky inscription is historically very important because it confirms the association of Devanampiya with Ashoka. इसीलिए इससे कई सारे PYQs भी आए हुए हैं, तो इसको आप इम्पोर्टेंट मार्क करके रख सकते हैं। Major rock edicts of Ashoka. There are altogether 14 major rock edicts forming a group which is duplicated with only slight variation in 10 known locations and two separate major edicts in Odisha. The 10 locations include Kandahar, Afghanistan, Shahbazgadi, Pakistan, मानसेहरा पाकिस्तान, कलसी उत्तराखंड, जिससे क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है, लोकेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है एक्चुअली यहाँ से। गिरनार गुजरात, बॉम्बे सोपारा महाराष्ट्र, इरागुडी आंध्र प्रदेश, सन्नाटी कर्नाटका, धौली सॉरी उड़ीसा, जोगाड़ा उड़ीसा। तो यहाँ पे आपका CSE 2022 में अभी रिसेंटली क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है लोकेशन बेस्ड। जैसे इन सबके नाम दिए दिए गए, धौली, इरागुडी, कलसी, शाहबाजगढ़ी, इन तीनों के नाम दे दिए गए, गिरनार, और फिर उसके बाद आपको मैच करने दिया गया कि इंडिया में ये लोकेशन कहाँ है, किस स्टेट में है। तो इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं। इसमें तीन आए थे और बाकी भी सारे आ सकते हैं, तो आप इसको इम्पोर्टेंट मार्क करके एक बार लर्न ही कर लें अच्छे से, तो आपका काम ही हो जाएगा. These edicts were concerned with instructions in running a kingdom. Ashoka's beliefs, Dhamma, peaceful moral beliefs, and behavior and tolerance. These major pillar edicts are not inscribed in the name of Ashoka, but in the name of Devnampiya, beloved of the god. That is Devnampiya Piyadasi. Three languages and four scripts were used in these 14 edicts. Most of the inscriptions are in Prakrit language and Brahmi language. Prakrit inscriptions were written in Brahmi and Kharoshti script. Those are those at Mansehra and Shahbazgari are in Prakrit language and Kharoshti script, and record all the 14 edicts of Ashoka. There are few inscriptions in Greek and Aramaic script as well. The Kandahar Greek scripts were written in Greek and Prakrit language. अब हम एक एक एडिक्ट के बारे में पढ़ेंगे कि उसमें क्या डिटेल दिए गए हैं, तो इसमें से डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन स्टेट पीसीएस में और सीएससी में तो पूछे ही गए हैं, तो आप इसको इम्पोर्टेंट मार्क कर ले इस पूरे टेबल को. दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एडिक्ट 1 prohibits animal slaughter, killing of animals. Edict 2 care of man and animals. और यहाँ पे संगम किंगडम के बारे में भी मेंशन किया गया है, जो कि सीएससी 1998 में पूछा गया था, तो मैंने यहाँ पे क्योंकि ये इन्फॉर्मेशन मेंशन नहीं थी तो मैंने लिख दिया. एडिक्ट 3 generosity of brahmanas. एडिक्ट 4 impact of dhamma on society. Dhamma ghosa is ideal to mankind and not bheri ghosa. 5 appointment of Dhamma Mahamatras, officers of morality, concerns about policy towards slave. कई बार ऐसे टर्मिनोलॉजीज पे क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं, तो आपको ये ध्यान रहना चाहिए. 6 king's desire to be informed about the condition and affairs of the people at any time and any place. It emphasizes Ashoka's availability to all and his commitment to the welfare of the people. Ashoka desires that all religions should reside everywhere for all of them, desire, self control, and purity of heart. Ashoka's first Dhamma Yatra in Bodh Gaya and the Bodhi tree, which is mentioned in 7th edict, 8th edict, 9th आपका होगा Ashoka's stress on the ceremonies of Dhamma. He describes those ceremonies to involve proper behavior towards servants and employees, respect for teachers, restraint towards living beings, and generosity, as well as right behavior towards relatives, friends, and neighbors. Edict 10 Ashoka stresses on popularity of Dhamma. He castigates the desire for fame and glory. 11th पढ़ लिया हमने. Sorry, 11th elaborates Dhamma and describes that a father, a son, a brother, a master, a friend, a companion, or a neighbor should say, this is good, this should be done. 12th, Ashoka emphasizes on the tolerance among different religious sects. In his words, whoever praises his own religion due to excessive devotion and condemns other with the thought, let me glorify my own religion, only harms his own religion. It mentions the Ithijika Mahamata. 13th, largest inscription from the edict. It describes Ashoka's victory over Kalinga and also the high number of casualties in the war. He feels deep guilt for having conquered Kalinga through such great bloodshed. Now it is the conquest by Dhamma that he considers to be the best conquest. Edict 13 and 2 contains references to Sangam kingdom. तो यहाँ पे ये क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है यूपीएससी 1998 में, तो मार्क दिस पॉइंट एज इम्पोर्टेंट. एडिक्ट 14 engraving of inscriptions in different parts of the country. Two separate major rock edicts found in Dholi and Jogada, Odisha. Separate major rock edict 1 इसमें लिखा गया है. It mainly addresses the local officials of Dholi and Jogada with requirements of fair judicial system and system of control established by Ashoka through Mahamatras, officers of morality. Separate Major Edict 2, it asked the local official of Dholi and Jogara to try to convince unconquered bordering tribes that the intention of Ashoka towards them are benevolent. ये हुआ. अब हम फिर से आ जाएंगे माइनर पिलर एडिक्ट्स पे ऑफ अशोका पे. सारनाथ, सांची, कौशाम्बी, रुमिंजे, निगाली सागर, यहाँ पे हमें पिलर्स ऑफ अशोक मिलते हैं. दे आर ऑल रिटन इन प्राकृत एंड ब्राह्मी लैंग्वेज. ठीक है. Among these major pillar edicts of Ashoka, schism edicts, warning of punishment for dissent in the Sangha or order have been found at Sachi, Madhya Pradesh, Sarnath, Uttar Pradesh, and Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh. On the Allahabad pillar, there is also a Queen's edict where Ashoka announces that the Queen should be credited for her gifts. In other it refers to the charitable deeds of Ashoka's queen, Karuvaki, the mother of Prince Tivala. Remaining two minor pillar edicts found at Ruminji in Nepal and Nigali Sagar in Nepal are commemorative inscriptions. Rumindi pillar inscription describes Ashoka's visit to Lumbini, birthplace of Buddha, and exemption of Lumbini from tax. Nigali Sagar Pillar Edict mentions that Ashoka increased the height of the stupa of Buddha to its double size. मेजर पिलर एडिक्ट्स देखेंगे. कांदाहर अफगानिस्तान में मिलता है. दिल्ली टोपरा believed originally from Topra, Haryana. Delhi Meerut believed originally from Meerut, Uttar Pradesh. Allahabad originally from Kaushambi, Uttar Pradesh. Lauria Araraj ये आपका बिहार में. लौरिया नंदनगढ़ ये भी बिहार में. रामपुरवा बिहार में. तो 7 मेजर पिलर एडिक्ट्स है 7 लोकेशंस पे. लोकेशंस आर इम्पोर्टेंट जहां तक हमने देखा है पीवाईक्यूज में आने के. पीवाईक्यूज में आए हुए हैं तो अब ये सब आने के भी चांसेस है. जो नहीं आए हुए हैं उनके आने के चांसेस ज्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं. Out of the above 7 locations, only Delhi Topra pillar has all the 7 major pillar edicts present. Prakrit language and Brahmi language were used in all the locations except Afghanistan. The last major pillar edict 7, only found on the Delhi Topra pillar, is Testament in Nature, making up a summary of the accomplishments of Ashoka during his life. In Ramapurva, there are two Ashokan pillars found, one with a lion capital and one with a bull capital. The lion capital pillar is inscribed with the major pillar edict 1 to 6. However, the bull capital pillar does not have any inscriptions. इसके बारे में पढ़ते हैं कि क्या डिटेल था इसमें. तो मेजर पिलर एडिक्ट 1, अशोका's प्रिंसिपल ऑफ प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ पीपल. 2, Dhamma as a minimum of sins, virtues, compassion, truthfulness, and purity. 3, abolishes sins of harshness, cruelty, and anger. 4, ड्यूटीज ऑफ राजुकास. राजुकास के बारे में क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है कि ये किससे रिलेटेड थे. तो ऑफिसर्स एंड मॉडर्न एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन थे. ये यूपीपीसीएस 1996 में क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है तो मार्क दिस एज इम्पोर्टेंट. Edict 5, list of animals and birds which should not be killed on some days, and another list of animals which should not be killed at all. Living animals must not be fed with other living animals. Dhamma policy of Ashoka, Edict 6 में लिखा हुआ है. Edict 7 में works carried out by Ashoka for Dham. In the other words of Ashoka, I have set up pillars of morality, appointed Mahamatras, officers of morality, and issued proclamation on morality. तो ये महामात्रास आपने देखा होगा 2 पेज में कम से कम हमने 4 से 5 बार पढ़ लिया है. तो दिस बिकम्स इम्पोर्टेंट. कोई चीज अगर बार बार मेंशन हो रही है तो दिस इज इम्पोर्टेंट. तो आप इसको मार्क करके रखें एंड नेवर फॉरगेट दिस, क्योंकि एडिक्ट्स तो एनीवेज इम्पोर्टेंट है. इससे रिलेटेड कोई भी अगर इंफॉर्मेशन आपको मिल रही है, क्योंकि ये अलग टाइप की ऑफिस थी जो कि अशोका ने बनाई थी, तो दिस ऑटोमेटिकली बिकम्स इम्पोर्टेंट. तो आप इसको भूले नहीं, इसको बिल्कुल एकदम दिमाग में रखें कि ऐसा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. जहां पे भी महामात्रा जैसा हो कोई वर्ड आए, समझ जाए इसका रिलेशन अशोका से है और मोरालिटी एंड धम्म पॉलिसी से है जो अशोका की थी. So, Mahamatra was an officer of morality established by Emperor Ashoka in the 3rd century BC. Their full title was Dhamma Mahamata or Inspector of the Dharma. There were also Amta Mahamatras in charge of foreigners and three Adhyaksha Mahamatras in charge of women. They seem to have been an integral part of the Ashokan government and are even mentioned in the edicts of Ashoka. Delhi Topra pillar. This Ashokan pillar was originally placed at a village named Topra in present-day Haryana. As per 14th century Firuz Shahi, the pillar was moved from Topra to Delhi by Emperor Firuz Shah Tughlaq as he was impressed by it. The pillar, after being shifted to Firoz Shah Kotla, Delhi, came to be known as Minare-Zareen or the Golden Column. A drawing in the Sirat-e-Firuz Shahi shows how the Ashokan pillar was moved from Topra to Delhi by means of a boat. The Delhi Meerut pillar of Ashoka was also moved by him from Meerut to Delhi in the 14th century. Allahabad pillar. The Allahabad pillar in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh was believed to be originally placed in Kaushambi, Uttar Pradesh. Later it was moved to Allahabad fort built by Akbar in 1583. It is an Ashokan stamp but has following different sets of inscriptions. Ashokan inscription of 3rd century BC in the Prakrit language and Brahmi script. The pillar contains the following major pillar edict 1 to 6 of Ashoka. Schism edict warning of punishment by Ashoka for dissent in the Sangha or order. Uh, Queen's edict regaling the charitable deeds of Ashoka's wife Karuvaki, where he announces that the queen should be credited for her gifts. Samudragupta inscription of 4th century AD, also known as Prayag Prashasti. It is considered the most important historical document of the classical Gupta age. It was written by Harisena Champukavya style in the Sanskrit language and Gupta script. It praises the mentions about the conquest of Samudragupta and boundaries of Gupta Empire. So this becomes very important. इससे related PYQs भी आया हुआ है. Birbal Magh Mela inscription of 16th century AD. The inscription mentions that Ganga Das's son Maharaj Birbal made the auspicious pilgrimage to Tirth Raj Prayag. In a way, the inscription substantiates that Prayag was a significant pilgrimage center, Tirth Raj, even during that time. Jahangir's inscriptions of 17th century AD, written in Persian language and in fine Nastaliq script by the emperor's favorite calligrapher Abdullah Maskin Kalam, it records the ancestry of Mughal Emperor Jahangir. पोस्ट मॉडर्न इंस्क्रिप्शन की बात करें तो सबसे पहले बेसनगर पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ हेलियोडोरस मध्य प्रदेश द सेकेंड सेंचुरी BC pillar inscription of Heliodorus the Greek ambassador belongs to the Shunga period and was inscribed on a pillar at Besnagar, the site of ancient Vidisha in Madhya Pradesh. The inscription was written in Prakrit language and Brahmi language. Heliodorus was an ambassador of Anti-Alcidas, the Greek king of Takshila, now in Pakistan. In the court of the local Shunga prince Bhagbhadra in Vidisha, the column was set up as Gadur pillar in honor of god Vasudev Vishnu by Heliodorus. अब इससे रिलेटेड PYQ आया हुआ है in the sixth line inscription on the pillar Heliodorus describes himself as Bhagavat, that is worshipper of God Vasudeva Krishna. तो इसका अर्ली भागवत का अर्लीस्ट अगर हम आर्काइवल एविडेंस देखें तो वो यहीं से मिलता है और इसका क्वेश्चन मल्टीपल टाइम्स पूछा जा चुका है यूपीपीसीएस 2008 में और यूकेपीसीएस 2012 में कि गरुड़ पिलर में भागवत का अर्लीस्ट आर्काइवल इंस्क्रिप्शन कहाँ से रिलेटेड है तो इट इज रिलेटेड टू बेसनगर पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन विच इज इन मध्य प्रदेश तो इसको आप नोट करके रख सकते हो the other side of the pillar has a short inscription describing three steps to immorality, control, generosity, and attention that, when correctly followed, lead to heaven. The pillar is a witness to the development of Indo-Greek diplomatic relations as indicator of the popularity of the cult of Vasudeva under Vaishnavism and point to flourishing trade in the peninsular region. The pillar was discovered in 1877 by Alexander Cunningham. The pillar is locally called Khamba Baba and is worshipped especially by fishermen. During ancient time, Yavana was a general term used in Indian texts for foreigners from the West, including the Greeks. ठीक है. हाथी गुफा इंस्क्रिप्शन की अगर हम बात करें जो कि उड़ीसा में है, हाथी गुफा इंस्क्रिप्शन also known as elephant cave inscription is found in Udaygiri Khandagiri caves in Odisha, which are supposed to be the earliest epigraphic reference to image worship of Jainism. It was inscribed by King Kharvela. Mark this as very very important. इसको आप जितनी बार highlight करो उतनी बार कम है. ये यूपीपीसीएस 2018 60th 62nd 43rd बीपीएससी जितनी बार आया हुआ ये क्वेश्चन इसका काउंट ही खत्म हो चुका है. मार्क दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हाईलाइट दिस as much as you can and is believed to be dated around 1st century BC. The Hathi Gufa inscription consists of 17 lines in the Prakrit language and in Brahmi script. Hathi Gufa inscription at Udaygiri caves is the main source of information about Kalinga ruler Kharavela. The Hathi Gufa inscription is an account of the history of Kharavela as a king, a conqueror, a patron of culture, and champion of Jainism. It also mentions respect for all religions, patrons of all temples, and the closing praise of the king. The inscription is entirely a prashasti, poetic composition in praise of the ruler of Kharavela, like the Allahabad Prashasti for Samudragupta. तो यहाँ पे आपको एक और रिलेशन पता चल गया जो कि हमने पहले पढ़ा था, वो भी यहाँ पे दिखा दिया है आपको. जैसे इसमें रिलेशन आया कि ये किंग खारवेला से रिलेटेड है और ये इलाहाबाद प्रशस्ति आपकी समुद्रगुप्त से रिलेटेड है. हर एक इंस्क्रिप्शन किसी ना किसी रूलर या फिर किसी ना किसी डायनेस्टी से रिलेटेड है. तो भले ही ये क्वेश्चन पहले आ चुका है, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो बाकी सारे जो क्वेश्चंस आने की संभावना है कि किससे किसका रिलेशन है उसकी संभावना बढ़ जाती है, क्योंकि पीवाईक्यू आपको एक हिंट देता है कि हाँ हम ऐसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहे हैं तो आप इस पोर्शन को हाईलाइट करके रखिए. तो आगे भी जो भी आएगा जिससे भी रिलेशन आएगा उसको आप हाईलाइट करके रखें. तो हाथी बाबा घोसुंडी इंस्क्रिप्शन राजस्थान dated around 2nd to 1st century BC. They are sometimes referred simply as a Ghosundi inscription or the Hathi Baba inscription. They are among the oldest known Sanskrit inscription in the Brahmi script and located in Chittorgarh. They are related to Vaishnavism. ये आप मार्क करके रख सकते हैं. गॉड वासुदेव एंड संकर्षणा अंडर हिंदू ट्रेडिशन. Nanighat inscription, Maharashtra. It is attributed to Satvahana dynasty and dated around 2nd to 1st century BC. The inscriptions are related to Samkarshna, Balaram and Vasudev under Vaishnavism. The inscription present the world's oldest numeration symbol for 2, 4, 6, 7, and 9. That resemble closely those numerals found in modern Nagari and Hindu-Arabic script. During the region of the During the reign of Satavahanas, the Nanighat Pass was one of the major trade routes. The Nanighat caves are also famous for a portrait gallery having relief sculpture of 8 life-size figures. Ayodhya inscription, Uttar Pradesh, dated between 1st century BC and 1st century AD, is a stone inscription of Hindu king Dhana of Dev dynasty. He ruled from the city of Ayodhya. The stone inscription is believed to refer to Pushyamitra Shunga as a performer of 2 Ashwamedh sacrifices. ये क्वेश्चन आपका यूपीपीसीएस 2018 में आया हुआ है. Junagadh rock inscription, Gujarat, also known as Girnar rock inscription. It is located in Girnar hills of Gujarat. The rock inscription bear a set of the following: Ashokan major rock edicts of 13th century BC. यूपीपीसीएस 2016 में ये क्वेश्चन पूछा हुआ है कि कहाँ किस इंस्क्रिप्शन में अशोकन मेजर रॉक एडिक्ट्स का मेंशन किया गया है. दोबारा अशोकन एडिक्ट्स के अलावा तो ये जूनागढ़ रॉक इंस्क्रिप्शन इसका आंसर था। रुद्रदमन रॉक इंस्क्रिप्शन बाय साका रूलर रुद्रदमन वन of 2nd century AD. Skandagupta's rock inscription by Gupta ruler of 5th century AD. The Ashokan major rock edicts are written in the Prakrit language and in Brahmi script. The inscription of Rudra Daman records the restoration of a reservoir, Sudarshan Lake, by Rudra Daman I after it was believed to be damaged by a terrible storm. ये क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है 53rd एंड 55th बीपीएससी में कि रुद्र दमन के बारे में किस इंस्क्रिप्शन में आपको अकाउंट मिलता है, तो विच इज जूनागढ़ रॉक इंस्क्रिप्शन. The inscription of Skandagupta tells us that the dam of the reservoir broke again in the 5th century AD and then it was repaired by Skandagupta. Inscription depicting guilds as bankers. Several inscriptions during post-modern times indicate people investing money with guilds as a pious endowment, and interest received from it was for charity. Normally for charity, given to Brahmanas, Buddhist monks, or earmarked for some other pious activity. Such inscriptions include the following: Mathura inscription, Uttar Pradesh by Kushan king Huvishka in early 2nd century AD. Permanent investment and interest earned was used to provide food to the Brahmins and the destitutes. Junar inscription Maharashtra records the investment of income of two agricultural fields to plant Karanj and banyan trees by the Yavanas, Indo-Greeks in the 2nd century AD. Nashik inscription Maharashtra related to King Nahapana and records in hybrid Sanskrit the permanent investment by the king's viceroy and son-in-law, Ushavadat interest was used to provide cloth and light food to the monks. Nashik Prashasti inscription of Gautami Balashri, the mother of Satvahana king Gautamiputra Satkarni, that describes Gautamiputra Satkarni as Ek Brahman, a peerless Brahman, and Khatriya, the Manamada, one who destroyed the haughtiness and pride of Kshatriya. ठीक है. Kanaga Kanaganahalli inscription, Karnataka, located in Sannati, important Buddhist site, and Gulbarg district of Karnataka. This site contains a Mahastupa along with various sculptures, slabs dating between 1st century BC and 1st century AD. A prominent one is a portrait slab king of Ashoka. ये क्वेश्चन सीरियस 2014 में पूछा जा चुका है कि कहाँ पे पोर्ट्रेट ऑफ अशोका इज फाउंड, कौन से इंस्क्रिप्शन में. तो इट इज खनगनाहल्ली इंस्क्रिप्शन एंड दिस एंड हिज क्वीन बीइंग अटेंडेड बाय टू चौरी bearers. To confirm that it is Ashoka, the sculpture slab also contains a single line label Ranya Ashoka in the Brahmi script of Satvahana period. ये यूपीएससी 2019 में क्वेश्चन आया हुआ है कि रान्य अशोका ये कहाँ मेंशन्ड है, तो इट इज मेंशन्ड इन कनगनाहल्ली inscription of Karnataka. So this becomes important. Rabatak inscription, Afghanistan. The Rabatak inscription written in the Bactrian language in the Greek script was found in present-day Afghanistan and is dated around 2nd century AD. The 23 line inscription provides a valuable record of the Kushan ruler Kanishk and also provides wonderful clues to genealogy of Kushan dynasty. Here Kanishk is referred to as king of kings and a son of gods. तो कनिष्क से रिलेटेड कौन सा इंस्क्रिप्शन है? रामाटक इंस्क्रिप्शन. अफगानिस्तान, बंदोगढ़ इंस्क्रिप्शन, मध्य प्रदेश. They record the donations majorly by merchants in the 2nd century AD. The inscription do not identify itself by varna or jati, race or caste, but by occupation. Thus, Bandogad is a unique example of secular gifts. Vakataka inscription. Vakatakas were important successors of Satvahana dynasty in the Deccan and contemporary with the Gupta dynasty in North India. It was a Brahmin dynasty. The following inscription provide details of the Vakataka dynasty. Ramtek Kevala Narsimha temple inscription, Maharashtra. It records the lineage of Vakataka ruler and the foundation of the temple. Chamak copper plates, Maharashtra. They are an epigraphic record of Vakataka dynasty in the Sanskrit language. Tirodi copper plates, Madhya Pradesh. They are also an epigraphic record of Vakataka dynasty in the Sanskrit language. Nagarjun Konda inscription, the inscription connected to the Ikshvaku dynasty. तो किससे connection है? Ikshvaku dynasty से dated around 3rd to 4th century AD are either in Prakrit, uh, in Sanskrit or mix of both and are written in Brahmi script. These script inscriptions are majorly related to Buddhism and also to Shaivism tradition of Hinduism. The the Nagarjun Konda inscription records the gifts made by Ikshvakus to Hindu temples and Buddhist monks. Gupta and post-Gupta period inscription, प्रयाग प्रशस्ति of समुद्रगुप्त जो हमने पढ़ लिया पहले. Mehrauli inscription Delhi, the Mehrauli iron pillar in Delhi in the Qutub Minar complex. It is notable for the rust resistant composition of the metal used in its construction. This pillar was established by चंद्रगुप्त टू ऑफ द गुप्ता पीरियड. ये यूपीपीसीएस आपका 2002 में पूछा जा चुका क्वेश्चन है. एज विष्णुपद इन ऑनर ऑफ लॉर्ड विष्णु. This pillar credits Chandragupta with the conquest of the Vanga countries by battling alone against the confederacy of the enemies united against him. It also credits him for conquest over the Bahalikas in a fight that ran across 7 months on the Indus River. Sachi inscription of Samudragupta II. This Sanskrit inscription records donation to the Buddhist establishment at Sachi in the reign of Gupta king Chandragupta II. Navsari copper plate inscription Gujarat. It informs about Harsha's successful expedition against Vallabhi, Gujarat. Tumen inscription, Madhya Pradesh. This 5th century inscription in Sanskrit documents the construction of a temple during the reign of Gupta king Kumargupta I. Bhitari pillar inscription of Skandagupta, Uttar Pradesh, dated around 455 to 467 AD. The inscription is extremely important to define the chronology of the various Gupta rulers and the conflict between Skandagupta and Pushyamitra and the Hunas. तो यूपीपीसीएस में पूछा गया है क्वेश्चन 2017 में स्कंदगुप्त ने हंस को कब हराया. इसका एविडेंस किस इंस्क्रिप्शन में मिलता है? तो भीतरी पिलर इंस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ स्कंदगुप्त, उत्तर प्रदेश. पहाड़पुर कॉपर प्लेट इंस्क्रिप्शन बांग्लादेश. दिस इंस्क्रिप्शन इज फ्रॉम द टाइम ऑफ बुद्धगुप्त around 478 AD. Paharpur is located in Bangladesh. It was a western limit of Buddha Gupta's empire. Kahom inscription of Skandagupta, Uttar Pradesh. It is a 5th century pillar that was erected during the reign of Skandagupta with carvings of Parshavnath and other Jain Tirthankars in Brahmi script. Gaya and Nalanda inscription are also related to Skandagupta. ठीक है, ये extra information. Shankarpur copper plate of Buddhagupta, Madhya Pradesh. This inscription is an important record of the history of Gupta Empire, as it is last known record of the later Gupta king Buddhagupta. Thaler copper plate, Maharashtra. They belong to the reign of Vakataka king Harisena, 475 to 500 AD. Bilsad inscription, Uttar Pradesh. This inscription of around 415 AD is associated with the Gupta ruler Kumargupta I. The inscription describes the Kartikeya temple there. Mandsaur pillar inscription of यशोधर्मन मध्य प्रदेश. देख लेते हैं पहले टाइम है कि नहीं हमारे पास. नहीं, वी आर बियॉन्ड लिमिट्स. तो ये पेज अगर हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में करें क्योंकि थोड़ा तो बाकी है, तो वील स्टार्ट दिस in the next lecture. Till then, keep watching Ghatna Sutra and keep learning, keep studying. Let's meet in the next lecture.